Steller Blade is becoming insanely popular with its fast-paced hack-and-slash combat and the exquisitely juicy character design. Here are the top 10 best similar games like Steller Blade. From appealing story to action combat with a touch of improved gameplay mechanics, all of these games have everything to keep you engaged and leave you wanting for more. I have also added the fan-favorite Bayonetta, Devil May Cry series, Nier Automata, and much more. So, without further ado, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Alright, so on number 10 is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I don't think this game needs any introduction. It's a Souls game made by From Software with highly addictive and insanely difficult combat. I personally love this game. It's not entirely hack and slash and fast-paced. There's a decent amount of areas to explore and distinct boss designs. There's even a serpent as well. One of the biggest similarity between the two games is the gameplay and combat system. If you want something a bit similar to Steller Blade in terms of overall gameplay combat with a touch of high difficulty, then Sekiro is the best choice. The environment and distinguished areas are also two important features. You will be surprised to see how beautiful some areas of the game looks and how they introduce new enemies along with some hidden secrets. Steller Blade is more of a sci-fi based game while Sekiro is mostly focused on traditional Japanese shinobi style. This game is still considered the best ninja style game, just after Ghost of Tsushima, but the gameplay combat is still number one. Also, the last boss is mostly unbeatable. Tell me in the comments if you have defeated the final boss. Sekiro is available for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Up next on number 9 is Scarlet Nexus. This is an anime-style game kind of like Tales of Arise. The characters looks 3D, so may not be for everyone. However, Scarlet Nexus still shares a lot of similarity if we talk about the fast-paced hack and slash combat. The game is also set in a similar futuristic world combining real-time action combat and RPG elements. One of the features that I'd like to highlight about the game is that you can play either as a girl or boy. The choice will have separate campaigns revealing distinct story points and interactions. You can also say it's a little like Final Fantasy game where you can switch between party members to defeat the enemies. While both games features different aesthetics, Scarlet Nexus manages to blend its visuals as anime-inspired with detailed environments. The exploration world is different in both games, comparing to Steller Blade. In Scarlet Nexus, players can explore a futuristic city overrun by enemies. The soundtracks in both games complement each other's futuristic themes. All of this enhances the overall experience for players, so that they feel the thrill of action role-playing adventure with compelling world-building along with anime-inspired gaming. Scarlet Nexus is available for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. On number 8, we have Devil May Cry 5. What can I say? To this day, Dante is still the baddest character. Tell me if you're also a fan of that bike and suitcase. Devil May Cry 5 will be perfect choice in the entire franchise if you want to experience everything that the series is about. This final game have developed graphics and gameplay mechanics. Also, you play as multiple characters, each with their own abilities and playstyle. You can choose to play as a gunslinger, or just slashing up enemies left and right. The combat feels highly fast. Also, the final fight is no short of a bless. The fight between Virgil and Dante is a feast for the eyes. The only downside is that you play as a guy in Devil May Cry, which could be upsetting for some fans, as they will not get the chance to play as a full-fledged, hot-looking character with a skin-tight bodysuit. I'm sure there's no need for graphics comparison, as Steller Blade beats by huge numbers. The exploration world of Devil May Cry is mostly destroyed with debris falling and buildings cut in half. The levels are designed with a mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and adrenaline-pumping combat against demons and bosses. Devil May Cry 5 delivers an exhilarating experience for fans of action games and the series alike. It's available on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Moving on number 7 is Nier Replicant. For those of you who don't know, this is a different game. It's not the same as Automata, both games are different. I have mentioned Nier Automata later in the list. You cannot play the original version unless you own a PlayStation 3. But the good thing is, you can play the newest 2021 version on your desktop. The similarity is the character and action combat. You can explore the whole world in Nier Replicant, as it's an entirely open-world game that features multiple endings. Players will experience different endings on the basis of the choices they have made throughout their journey. The main story is mostly about the main character trying to cure her sister's disease. Also, if you want to experience the series in the chronological order, then I suggest playing Replicant first. The gameplay is set in a post-apocalyptic world with a combat that blends magic and melee attacks. There are tons of different type of overall mechanics, including puzzle solving, dungeon exploration, and even side quests. It's an underrated game because mostly players focus on Nier Automata, which is in fact suitable as that game is much better. Anyways, Nier Replicant is available on Windows, PlayStation, and Xbox One. Coming up next on number 6 is Ninja Gaiden 3. Yes, you heard it right. Another ninja game in the list. It's an old game though. Ninja Gaiden is a decent franchise which lives up to its reputation. Any game in the series can be your favorite, but I just selected the third one as the overall quality is better. Ninja Gaiden 3 is an action-adventure game where you take up a role of skilled ninja tasked to defeat enemies and battle curses. There was nothing quite like it when this game first came out. Major focus on this game is on the sword and acrobatic combat, along with a decent level of difficulty. In terms of visuals, the game is impressive with detailed environments and character designs. This game also offers multiplayer mode, which is a good thing so that you can play with your friends. The third part in the series offers more intuitive controls and an addition of new finishing moves. The combat system remains the standout feature, requiring skillful playful and mastery of players' abilities. If you're a fan of the original games, you may find some changes in the franchise, but the game still remains an exciting and action-packed adventure for fans of ninja genre. Ninja Gaiden 3 is available on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. And number 5 is Bayonetta 3. Baddest mommies here people. All the Simpson fans please assemble. You can truly experience the whole visuals in this game, just like in Steller Blade. The third installment is the newest one in the series, featuring more advanced elements and stylish combat with celestial foes in dynamic environments. The best thing about Bayonetta 3 is that just like the previous parts, it still maintains the overall signature blend of melee and ranges combat, featuring fluid combo system including dodging and counterattacks. There's also new abilities introduction such as summoning monsters and enhanced transformations that increases Bayonetta's combat prowess. Exploration still remains a key element with levels and hidden secrets to uncover. The story is also a highlighted element as it provides the players with supernatural stuff and a touch of humor. Players will also be able to customize Bayonetta's arsenal with diverse weapons and unlock new techniques. But hey, does it still look like Steller Blade? Well, not exactly. You see, not every game have a complete replica. We can only consider some features to be similar in different games. So, overall, I'd say Bayonetta is highly similar to Steller Blade. The game is available on Nintendo Switch. Up next on number 4 is Final Fantasy VII Remake. What can I say? At this point, who doesn't know about this game? The remake is a huge upgrade to original Final Fantasy VII. If you haven't played this one, then you're surely missing out on a lot. There is a lot of stuff in this game, and I mean literally a lot. The exploration, side quests, and story are the biggest highlights. Final Fantasy VII Remake is one of the best games in the entire franchise. You basically play in a team exploring the semi-open world, and the combat is turn-based. Cloud and Tifa are two of the baddest video game characters. There's also a new part where the story continues titled as Final Fantasy Rebirth. The game is mostly about fast-paced combat with sci-fi and hack-and-slash elements. The combat is intriguing as it introduces combos, magic attacks, guns, and swords. Storyline is still engaging and super big. I mean, who can forget Sephiroth? The graphics and visuals are top-notch, not to mention the world and environments. You can also check out the latest part, Rebirth, if you played this one. Final Fantasy Remake is available on PlayStation and on PC. Finally, we are down to last 3. On number 3 is Nier Automata. This one is a fan favorite. They even made an anime about this. Also, the main character is just really badass. I like the silver hairs. They look straight up awesome. Well, in short, just put everything you know about Nier Replicant in Nier Automata. This is a sequel in the series. Also, it's obvious that graphics, visuals, gameplay, soundtracks, and other features will be much more improved. The open world is extra detailed this time, featuring robots, machines, sci-fi buildings. Puzzles and distinct view modes are introduced. You can play as a third person or also as a platform type, but only in certain missions. In this game, you play as an android hoping to reclaim Earth from the machines. The game features a captivating storyline blending action, exploration, and philosophical themes. There's a lot of different combat playstyle. Either you can simply go for it and kill the enemy, or you can also hack into their system to exploit weaknesses and take strategic advantages. The major highlight in Nier Automata is that the game seamlessly shifts between different gameplay perspectives, including side-scrolling sections and shoot-them-up sequences like those really old space shooting games. The game is available on PC, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. And number 2 is Naraka Blade Point. This one is a hidden gem. It's highly underrated, and not many players know about this game. You can also check videos titled as Naraka Blade Point blew my mind. Unlike previous games which are mostly set in futuristic world, Naraka is set in a fantasy world where players can choose different heroes of their journey, each with their own techniques, abilities, and playstyles. It's a thrilling fantasy RPG game that focuses on melee combat with an introduction of grappling hook, so that players can move around the map easily. The game focuses on skillful gameplay and time-based positioning with a blend of martial arts, swordplay, and special abilities. The weapons are best thing in the game. You can choose between the traditional weapons to even the modernized ones. Existence of environmental traps and obstacles adds depth to the overall immersive gameplay. Team melee will be an essential part for both solo and squad play. The graphics and visuals are stunning with perfectly detailed characters and landscapes. You can progress further in the story and customize your character and unlock new abilities or techniques. In short, Naraka Blade Point offers a fresh take on the battle royale genre, combining melee combat with new mechanics and immersive world. Naraka is available to play on PC, Xbox Series, and PlayStation. Finally, on number 1 is none other than Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. This one is a completely different game than what the franchise is known for, but it still managed to make a decent amount of sales. The fast-paced combat is a pure delight. You play as a human, or let's say a robot, with enhanced abilities and a mastery of sword. The overall gameplay is mostly described as, basically you're thrown in the world and just clearing out or slashing your way through waves of enemies. But all this changes until you get to the final boss, which honestly took a few tries for me. The guy has a tremendous health and phases. One thing I love about Metal Gear Rising is how much hack and slash the combat is. Trust me, it's more than what you've seen in the previous game. You can easily feel like a god running around and killing whoever comes in your way with a variety of finishing moves. Also, the soundtracks and music makes the experience highly immersive. Metal Gear Rising is available on Windows, PlayStation, and Xbox 360. There you have it, folks. These are all the games that are highly similar to the newest Steller Blade when it comes down to fast-paced combat, steamy characters, immersive open worlds, longer and hidden explorations. All of these games will surely provide a lot of good content and will leave you wanting for more. If you have liked what you have seen so far, consider subscribing, as it will really help me out. And if you have any questions, then comment down below, or you can reach out to me through my socials. So, hit that subscribe button so that I can bring you more awesome games. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video.